Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Triple Play Fantasy YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Dunn. Along with me is my co-host, Kevin Coleman. Kevin, did your team make the big dance?
They did. I'm a Dookie, but
Okay.
I firmly believe they'll lose in the first round. So I'm not one of those Duke fans that thinks they're going to win a national championship. They are not good. They are fake good.
Dude, I have them going all the way to the Final Four just because they have so many NBA prospects. I mean, like 4 are projected to go in the first round. I mean,
They
that's
are
so much
coached.
talent.
They are coached by the most overrated coach in college basketball. I'm going to leave it
Oh,
at that. Overrated. Couldn't even win a
calling,
title with Zion.
calling shots on your own team, man. That's crazy. I like it, though. All right. So on today's show, we are going to give you our Cinderella pick for each region, with Kevin taking the West and East, while I take the South and Midwest. But first, we are a proud member of the Fantasy Points Media Group. All right. Like I said earlier, we are going to give you our Cinderella picks for each region, and we'll kick it off with you, Kevin. Who do you like in the West?
Yeah, so this was tough. You gave me the shitty brackets because there's a lot of fun ones in the other two brackets as I was going through there. I'll be
Sorry,
honest,
bro.
but I like University of Vermont. I do like they're going to play Arkansas, and I know Arkansas is a hot team right now, and people are like really talking about them making a Final Four run. But
Mhm.
the Catamounts are really good, and when you look at what they do well, and when we think of like what Vermont can do well, and this is how I look for like sleepers, they shoot the ball well, 37% from the 3-point line. If you want to upset people, it's basically from that 3-point line. We've seen it, right? And we've seen it in there. I think they can be a thorn there. They have a great rebound rate. I think that they are a very physical team. They're a senior led team. They're an old team. And if they just hit threes, I think they could be there. And you look at what they've done. They've been very consistent. They've been 11-5 the last 3 seasons in the America East. I think they can shock the world a little bit.
I like that. And they're 28. They are 28-5 and on an 8-game winning streak.
Yes.
So you gotta love that. All right. So next up, I'm going to the South region, and I'm picking the University of Alabama at Birmingham, aka the UAB Blazers. All right, they are the 12th seed. The Blazers are led by the nation's 14th leading scorer in Jordan Jelly Walker, averaging 20.4 points per game while shooting a superb 40.6% from the three-point range. UAB as a team ranks 9th in the nation in three-point percentage, shooting 38.3% from the arc. Kevin, like you said earlier, we like a team with lethal three-point shooting and a go-to scorer, and that's the UAB Blazers. I think they have a realistic shot at getting past number 5 Houston in the first round, and after that, they have an excellent shot at unseating Illinois or Chattanooga in the next round. If they can get past the Fighting Illini or Mocs, they'll most likely see the number 1 seed Arizona in the Sweet 16. And I believe the Arizona Wildcats are frauds and can easily be beaten, all right, which would give UAB a decent path to the Elite Eight.
I like that. One of these teams is going to go to the Elite Eight, right? Like one of these teams does it every year. Arizona's frauds. Look at that hot take from Jacob. Hey, anytime you can pick a Pac-12 team to be a fraud, you have to do it.
I love it. I'll take it all day, every day, Kevin. All right, man. We're going to shift it over to you in the East. Who do you like in the East?
Yeah, I'm gonna make some Kentucky fans mad. Just because, hey, you go big or go home. I'm taking a 15 seed in this one, baby, and I think they got underseeded. If I'm going to be honest, I know their record wasn't amazing when you look at kind of what they did, 1911, but they are incredibly one of the best defensive teams in the country. KenPom's adjusted defensive metric right now, they're 34th in the country. The team is top 10 in effective field goal defense and generate turnovers at a top 50 clip. So when you're looking at them, they're going to have to slow down Kentucky's offense, okay? And we know that they played a high pace in doing those things. The only issue with them is the scoring ability, and they do struggle with scoring ability, but they have limited three-point attempts. Doesn't mean they can't shoot them. Right now, when you're looking at their team efficiency, it's 35%. So if they can do one of two things, and I'm going big on this, you have to go big, because if they lose, everybody says, of course they lost. But if they win, I get to clip this and I get to sound good. But I think St. Peter's can do that just based on their defensive metrics. If they can keep it close and then they just hit a couple tough shots and then Kentucky starts, getting a little nervous, and I could see them going there, I think St. Peter's has an interesting case for maybe they can kind of steal one here.
I like that a lot, and it's hot because it's a 15 seed beating a number 2 seed, and it's a John Calipari-led Kentucky team with some ballers on that team, in Ty Washington.
Yeah.
So
I love
that is
Ty. I love Ty. But
Love
can we
Ty.
also say Calipari is not that great of a coach too? Can we just shit on all the coaches today?
Oh
on
man,
the
seriously, all these guys getting like the one and dones are just automatically bad coaches, right?
Well, let's be real. Like when you watch Calipari the last few years, I like him, but like there are times when you're looking at scheme, he can overcoach in the tournament. We've seen that. He's had the championship, but there are times where you watch this Kentucky team, and I like the Kentucky team this year, but they tend to fold in certain situations. So we'll see if he can build them up. I know with Wall and those guys that he brought him to. He did well there when they were on the team, but I do think that Kentucky could get upset here.
Man, I like it, man. I like it. All right, so shifting over to the Midwest, I got number 14 seed Colgate. All right, Colgate, the private liberal arts college in Hamilton, New York. Yes, I had to look that up because I wasn't sure where they were from. They are second in the nation in 3-point percentage, shooting 40.1% from deep. And over their last 3 games, the Colgate Raiders are shooting a blistering 53.7% from the arc. And if we know anything about March Madness, if a team comes in hot from 3, they can beat anyone in the country on any given day. Yeah. All right, Colgate also ranks 12th in the nation in threes per game with 9.8, led by Jack Ferguson sinking 2.7 threes per game, while Oliver Lynch Daniels is completing a nation-leading 54% from beyond the arc. All right, I think that the Raiders have the perfect recipe for an upset win over Wisconsin. If they can get past Wisconsin, I can see them outshooting LSU or Iowa State in the round of 32 before meeting Auburn in the Sweet 16.
I love this pick. I was going to pick Colgate, and then I noticed that they're in your bracket, of course. So notice how you did that. I like that.
See, at least we agree.
We do. We agree. I think Colgate has a perfect opportunity. Everything that you mentioned there, shooting 40% from beyond the arc. I mean, that is second in the country. Like these guys can play. Like and you know what? The Big Ten. Listen, if we're gonna be honest, with the Big Ten, they don't have a very good track record in the NCAA tournament. They just don't. And I think it's gameplay, what they like to do. I don't think that necessarily the way that they play in the Big Ten kind of translates sometimes to this tournament, especially with a team that can shoot like this. I mean, realistically, you could look at Colgate 10 or 15-point win here if they get hot.
I would love that, man. That would be great. All right, guys. So there you have it. Our Cinderella are number 13 seed Vermont in the West, 12 seed UAB Blazers in the South, 15 seed St. Peter's in the East, and 14 seed Colgate in the East. In the oh my goodness, Kevin, help me out. Where is Colgate? Colgate's in the Midwest. I apologize. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. And before we sign off, Kevin, where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me at @DuBois_22, spewing hot takes for football, fantasy football, a little bit of basketball in there. And then you can find my written work. I just published my first article today for Football Guys, so you can find it there.
Love it, guys. Check that out. Follow him on Twitter and check out that article because I know I will. You can find me on Twitter at Ain't Done Yet, and Done is spelled DUNNE. And please subscribe to the Triple Play YouTube channel. Like this video if you enjoyed today's content, and comment if you think we're crazy. And most importantly, enjoy the madness. Cheers.